Hello everyone, welcome to V2B Academy and I welcome you all to the class on South America mapping. So in the last class, we have completed the various topics under it. We have learned the different countries of the South America along with their capitals, locations and also important places in each of the states. Like for example, we have seen about Cairo rocket launching station, okay, and we have seen about Maracaibo oil port, we have seen about Galapagos islands, we have seen about Falkland island. So in this way we have completed the important locations also. Okay, in the first two classes we have done this, and after that what we have seen, we have went to something called as lakes of South America. Okay, in this we have seen the different lakes, and then we have went to mountains, okay, and we have went to deserts and then plateaus. Then in today's class we'll be learning the grasslands. So before learning about the grasslands, let's revise everything that we have done till the last class. So we have seen the largest to the smallest by land area with respect to different continents: Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. This is the descending order of the area of the different continents of South America, like different continents of the world, I'm sorry. Okay, then we have seen the different locations. So we have started with French Guiana, then French Guiana's capital we have seen it as Caen. So here in French Guiana we have seen an important location named Cairo, which is a rocket launching station. This belongs to France. Suriname's capital is Paramaribo, and next one is Guyana's okay, so Guyana's capital is Georgetown, and then we have seen Venezuela capital is Caracas, and then we have seen an important port named Maracaibo. So this particular port is an oil port. Okay, this belongs to Venezuela. And then we have seen an important location or the important country named Colombia. So Colombia's capital is Bogota. So Colombia is the only country which is bounded by two oceans. One is Atlantic Ocean and other one is Pacific Ocean. Okay, so Colombia's capital is Bogota. And next we have seen a country named Ecuador. Ecuador's capital is Quito, and near to the Pacific Ocean there is something called as Galapagos Island. Galapagos Island in the Pacific Ocean belongs to the country Ecuador itself. And next we have seen a country named Peru, which is famous for phosphates and nitrates, and its capital is Lima. And next in the Pacific Ocean we have seen a plate named Nazca plate, which is a lithospheric plate, a minor one. So this belongs to again Peru. Okay, this is near to Peru basically. Okay, this is near to Peru and South America. Next one is the lengthiest country, that is the Chile. Okay, so Chile's capital is Santiago. So there is a place named Arica, which is the driest place, and in the Pacific Ocean there is an Easter Island which belongs to Chile itself, and there is a place named Chuquicamata, which is a important one for the copper. So this is also known as largest copper town, and Arica is also known for its mining of phosphates and silicates, right? And here we have something called as Cape Horn. And in the Pacific Ocean, South Pacific Ocean, we have something called as Falkland Island, which belongs to UK. And here is the country named Argentina, whose capital is Buenos Aires. And between these three countries, among these three countries, so in between them there is a lithium triangle. So here Argentina, Bolivia, and here it is Chile. Okay, so that's why we call it as ABC. We'll remember with the mnemonic ABC. And Bolivia's capital is La Paz, so which is the world's highest capital. So, and next there is another capital of Bolivia. The second capital is Sucre, which is a judicial capital of it. And then we have seen Paraguay and Uruguay, which are not bordering with each other. And importance of Bolivia and Paraguay is these both are okay landlocked countries, and Paraguay's capital is Asuncion, Uruguay's capital is Montevideo. And then we have seen Brazil. So Brazil's capital is Brasilia. Okay, in Brazil there is an important location named Carajás, which is an important iron ore. So, and also Brazil is a country which is having the two latitudes, okay, so passing through it. So one is equator, another one is Tropic of Capricorn. So Tropic of Capricorn, if this is a Tropic of Capricorn passing to Brazil, okay, so this is a Tropic of Capricorn that is passing through Brazil. So on it there is a location named Sao Paulo, so which is famous for fazendas. Even Santos Port, which is to the south of Tropic of Capricorn, is also famous for fazendas. And to the north of it there lies a location that is named Rio de Janeiro, which is famous for Copacabana beach and is also important port area. Okay, so these are the important things. And we have even seen the equator. Equator is also passing through three countries from South America. One is Ecuador and Colombia, and another one is Brazil. So this is the equator basically. Okay, so this is Tropic of Capricorn. So this particular location and this particular marking is important for learning grasslands. So this is passing through Chile and Argentina, and then it is passing through just touching the Paraguay, and it is passing through Brazil. Okay. So in the third class we have seen the lakes. So there are 4 important lakes over here. One is Maracaibo Lake, which is also famous for oil port. This is the largest lake of South America. This is the earth's lightning capital. And then we have seen the Lake Popo in the Bolivia, and the Lake Lake Titicaca between Peru and Bolivia, which is the highest navigable lake. And in the Brazil there is a lake named Lagoa das Patos. Okay, so this is the largest lake of Brazil. Okay, remember that this is the largest lake of Brazil. And next we have seen mountains. Cordillera is a mountain in Colombia. And then we have seen something called as Cotopaxi and Chimborazo. These are the 2 important mountains in Ecuador. So Cotopaxi is an active volcano. And then we have seen Peru. In Peru there are 2 important mountains. One is Huascaran, one is El Misti. Huascaran is an active volcano again. And then we have seen Ojos del Salado and also Aconcagua in between Argentina and Chile. So Ojos del Salado is the highest volcano in the world, and Aconcagua is the highest peak of South America, and it's a extinct volcano. I'm speaking so fast because we have done it lot of times. Okay, we have revised it lot of times in the last classes. So that's the reason I'm quickly revising it in 5 or 6 minutes. Okay. Then we have seen the longest mountain range, which is Andes, which is passing through 7 countries, and this particular question was directly asked in this year 2024 prelims paper. So this is passing through 7 countries. It is starting from Venezuela, then goes to Colombia, and next Ecuador, next Peru, next touches Bolivia and touches Argentina, and it also passes through Chile. And it doesn't pass through these 3 countries, Paraguay and Uruguay. Okay. This is a fold mountain, remember. So, and we have seen the deserts of the South America. One is Peruvian, one is Atacama Desert, and one is Patagonia Desert. So, Atacama Desert is in Chile. Okay, it is located in Chile, and it was formed. This particular desert was developed due to the Peruvian ocean current, which is also called as Humboldt Ocean Current, and this is the driest desert of the world. And then we have seen Patagonian Desert in between Chile and Argentina, and Patagonian Desert is because of the rain shadow region. So this is because of the westerly winds, and the Atacama Desert was formed because of the easterly winds. This is something which you have to remember. And from the Chile area, we will see a passage named Drake's Passage, something which you have to remember. Okay, this is the new information. And next in the last class, we have seen the plateaus. Okay, we have seen the plateaus. So one is the Bolivian plateau, or which is also known as Altiplano Plateau. So this is located in between Peru and Bolivia, and this is in between the Andes mountain ranges. That's why it is called as intermountain plateau. It is called as intermountain plateau. And along with that, we have seen a Patagonian plateau. So there is a place named desert also. Okay, Patagonian desert also. So this is according to the temperature and climate, and this is a physical feature. So this desert is in the form of plateau. Okay, so this is Patagonian plateau. This is a Piedmont plateau, which means it is found near to the foothills of the other mountain. So that mountain is Andes. Okay. And there are other mountains. One is Borborema Plateau, and another plateaus. One is Borborema Plateau and mountain of Mato Grosso. So these 2 are located in Brazil. Okay. So these are the things that we have done till the last class. In today's class, we will be starting with the grasslands of South America. So quickly look the whole map. So there are different things. Llanos. Okay, we have located Pampos, we have located Gran Chaco, we have located 3 important locations like Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos, so in the Brazil area. So let me tell you initially one thing. Let me take you to the world map. Yeah, this is the world map, right? So basically I have told from South America there are 2 latitudes that are passing. One is equator. So that is passing like this. So certain part of Brazil is covered over here, and this is Tropic of Capricorn. This is Tropic of Capricorn. This is equator, right? And to the north of it, somewhere over here, we can locate Tropic of Cancer, right? So this whole location from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn is a tropical area, right? So whatever the grassland is there in between these tropics is called as tropical grassland. Okay, So if it is going beyond this or below this, that particular grassland will be in the temperate zone. That can be called as a temperate grassland. Okay, in between the tropics, if there is a grassland, that can be termed as a tropical grassland. Beyond that, it can be considered as a temperate grassland. Okay, when we are reading about grasslands, we have to have one thing in our mind, whether it is a tropical grassland or a temperate grassland. So that is something which you have to recognize, or we have to learn. So let's see the first grassland. So that is located in Venezuela. Okay, so this particular thing is located in Venezuela. So the grassland name is Llanos. The grassland name is Llanos, and it is near to Orinoco River. So rivers, about rivers we'll be seeing in the next class. So rivers is the final topic of the South America that we'll look at in the next class. Okay, with that we'll finish the whole South America in detail. The static part of this mapping of the South America will be done with that. So this is Llanos. Llanos is near to Orinoco River. This is in Venezuela. Okay, this particular thing is in Venezuela. Okay, next let's go to Brazil, and let me tell you. So here it is equator, and here it is Tropic of Cancer, here it is Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, right. So all of these three locations along with Llanos are in the tropical zone. That's why we'll term this particular thing as a tropical grassland. Tropical grassland. Okay, so let's see. There are three important grassland locations in South America. That is in Brazil. Okay, I'm sorry. In Brazil, there are three important grasslands. One is Caatingas, one is Cerrados, one is Campos. Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos. Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos. Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos. So try to repeat this particular three names n number of times so that you can easily recognize and remember the three things in an order. Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos. Caatingas, Cerrados, Campos. Okay, so these three are the tropical grasslands only. This belongs to Brazil, and from the north to south you can remember Caatingas, Cerrados and Campos. And now let's go to another location, another grassland. Okay, so which is in some part of Argentina, in some part of Paraguay, and in some part of Brazil. Okay, so without looking at the country names also, you are able to actually recognize where is Paraguay, where is Brazil, where is Argentina. You might have not recognized it before. It is only because we have done the political mapping. It is only because we have done about the different nations of this particular South America. Only because of that you are easily able to visualize the things in detail. Okay, that's the reason we have come in order. Okay, so this is passing through three countries. This grassland is part of three countries. One is Argentina, one is Paraguay, and one is Brazil. Okay, and remember that from here the Tropic of Capricorn passes. Okay, from here the Tropic of Capricorn passes. So you can actually observe that some part of this particular grassland is in the temperate part, some part is in the tropical part. So this is another type of grassland where some part is in the tropical part and some part is a part of it is in the temperate part. So this is actually forming a part of three countries or four countries. So its name is Gran Chaco grassland. This is slightly tropical and partially temperate. Okay, I'm hoping that you have understood. Now let's look at the last important grassland of this particular country, that is Pampos. Pampos is a temperate grassland. Okay, as it is below the Tropic of Capricorn, as it is in the temperate zone, this can be treated as a temperate grassland, and it is famous for a grass named alfalfa. Okay, this is important as it is famous for a grass named alfalfa. This is highly nutritious. This is highly nutritious. Okay, I hope you have understood the grasslands in detail. Now let's try to locate, or once I'm revising all of them and then we'll try to locate without seeing. First one is Llanos, which is near to Orinoco River. This Llanos is part of Venezuela. Venezuela's capital is Caracas. There is an important location named Maracaibo. Maracaibo Lake is also there. Maracaibo Oil Port is also there. Okay, I have revised everything as part of Venezuela. Next, Brazil. In Brazil, we have three important grasslands, Caatingas, Cerrados and Campos. All of these three are the tropical grasslands. And there are other locations like Santiago, Rio de Janeiro, and the other things like the different iron ore places and many more in the Brazil that we have studied. Right. We have studied lakes also. And next we have seen a grassland named Grand Chaco, which is also tropical, which is also temperate. So this is among the 3 countries. And next one is alfalfa grass, which is famous for nutrition. This is part of Pampas. Pampas is the temperate grassland. It's part of Argentina. Okay. So we have revised all the important grasslands. So let us locate. Please try to locate what is the grassland that is present in this particular location. Try to comment or try to memorize or try to brainstorm. Okay, try to recall the things. Okay, let me tell you, here we have studied Llanos. Llanos is part of Venezuela. Okay, this is a tropical grassland. This is near to Orinoco River. Okay. Here we have seen 3 important grasslands. What are those grasslands? Please comment. Please comment. Then and there. Please comment. Okay. I'm hoping you have commented. Please pause the video, think of it and comment. So we have seen the 3 C's. One is Caatingas, one is Cerrados, one is Campos. Okay. All of these are tropical grasslands. And here at this particular location, okay, we have seen a grassland which is slightly tropical, slightly temperate. What is it? What is that particular grassland name? Okay, that is part of Argentina, but is part of Paraguay, and it is also part of Brazil. And it partially belongs to temperate zone and partially belongs to tropical zone. So that is Gran Chaco grassland. Okay, here it is another grassland which is a temperate grassland of South America. What is it? What is it? So that is part of Argentina and its name is Pampas. Okay. So these are the different grasslands that we have studied. One is Llanos, one is Pampas, one is Gran Chaco, and 3 other C's. Okay. 3 C's are Caatingas, Cerrados and Campos. Okay. So with this we have completed the grassland locations of South America. And in the next class we will be looking at the rivers of South America. With that we'll be finishing this particular South America mapping in detail. After that, we can go to another continent and locate the different places. South America, North America and the parts of Africa. And Africa is also a little difficult, but South America, North America and Australia are very easy to remember. Europe, Asia and the things or the countries of Africa are something which is difficult to remember. However, we'll try to remember everything with details. Don't worry. So let's meet in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye-bye and keep smiling, and don't forget to subscribe, and please comment and give your feedback through the comment sections and share it with your friends and fellow aspirants. Let's meet in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye-bye and keep smiling.